Deliberate and act on spreading color for the cure 5K fun run walk road closure. Mr. McGowan?
Mayor, Commissioners, I believe that young lady has everything in order here. The insurance has gone through everyone, the police chief, public works, and the fire chief. So everything seems to be in order, and she told me they're going to put out a lot of color and have a lot of fun. So it is recommended that it be approved.
Make a motion to approve the permit. And thank you for what you do, James.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve the road closure for the spreading color for the Cure 5K Fun Run Walk. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Good luck. Deliberate and act on Resolution 2014-26, a resolution adopting and directing staff to develop, participate in, and assist with the tree planting project. Mr. McGowan.
Mayor, Commissioners, same resolution that we've had in the past. We have Mr. Stafford here, and he also put together complete information for you of the things. And I know that one other thing, I know that Mr. Stafford and Mr. Berry went over everything that is in this because it will be during the next term.
This is my annual visit. This is a grant that's sponsored by the New Mexico Forestry Division that's available to communities, and it requires that trees be put in urban areas on public lands. And so we have partnered with the city over the last 2 years, and I'm requesting that we do this again as a third year. Grow Raton, the city of Raton, and the Colfax County Master Gardeners. And we each have different components and steps in the process. Generally, what the city has done is provided a water tap and helped with cutting the sidewalks and removing the concrete. So in the large spaces of chunks of concrete downtown, we're able to plant trees and planters and have something growing down there and just make it a prettier community. I come at it from the economic development perspective. To me, the prettier Raton is, the more likely it is that someone coming through town is going to say, this is a pretty little town, maybe I'll move here, maybe I'll come back to spend a vacation here, maybe I'll move my business here. And those are what I think we need, part of what we can do to counteract the loss of people from the loss of jobs and some of the other challenges we face. One of the good things about this grant is that if at any point till we actually plant the trees, we can decide not to do it. If the city doesn't have some of the funds that might be involved in cutting the sidewalks, or if we don't have something we need to do it, we do have the ability to step out of it at any time. But we're just applying now. The application's due in a couple of weeks, and if the city's interested in going forward, Raton's interested, and I think the Master Gardeners are interested in planting trees again. And I think the project this year is aimed on First Street between Rio Grande and Cook. So it's across from the multimodal project that'll be going in, and we're going to try and work with them on designs to keep a consistent design across the street. And just, I think talking with Scott and with Dan Campbell, there's that downtown First Street really has a chance to be a real drawing magnet and something special in Raton. There's not very much right now, and this is I think would be a big step moving in that direction. So I hope the commission feels as positive about it as I do. One more thing before I'm done. I really want to say Dan Campbell spent a lot of time and went out of his way. Pat B. Hill gave me a little hassle here and there to start with, but he came through every step of the way with every bit of what he said, and he'd come out on weekends and he'd come out and do stuff that needed to be done. Congratulations to you for having such a good staff. I was really impressed with it.
Thank you thank you for recognizing their work. Are you going to be able to incorporate the existing trees that are on First Street?
Yes, all the trees that are on First Street will stay, but they're primarily on the block between Park and Cook. And so we're going to go down a block between the Palace and what was the Santa Fe Cafe. And there's not a stick on that entire block, it's just flat concrete. And so I thought we'd start there, and then next year, hopefully we'll fill in where the trees are on the next block up, and maybe do the third block up where the Highlands University is, and make all of First Street attractive.
There was some trees on that block at one time. And they were, I think they were removed. I think Wally
Oh.
removed them.
But it may be, there's not much of anything on it now, but just the concrete. There are the round basins that were put in a couple of years ago, I think by one of the signs. I'm not sure what, I think that was a city project, but I'm not sure. One or two of the trees have died in those, and they aren't very well taken care of, but we thought we might at least look at the possibility of building a couple more of those, because they're very attractive planters, and intermix that with our sidewalk ground level plantings that we're doing now. Got to keep that theme consistent and maybe replicate it on the multimodal center.
Oh, yeah, or otherwise historic preservation will slap our hands.
What's the amount of the grant?
$6,000 is the maximum you can request. We are the only nonprofit in the state that's been funded the last 2 years. The first year they gave us full $6,000. Last year we were the last out of 30 applications. They funded 6, I think, and we were the 6th. So we got $5,400 instead of $6,000, but it's right in that range. And then the city and what we raise from Grow Raton generally and volunteer labor comes out to about $8,000 that's contributed from the other sources. So the whole project is probably $15,000 worth of work. But the city's contribution includes the water tap, which isn't a great expense to you, but would be if it were someone else, and that counts as our in-kind match. Grant requires a match.
I commend you on what you've done already. It's a good appearance for our city. I really agree with that.
Make a motion to accept resolution 2014-6. 26.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 2014-26, a resolution adopting and directing staff to develop, participate in, and assist in a tree planting project. Can we have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Finelli?
Yes.
Commissioner Chavez?
Yes.
Commissioner Giacomo?
Yes.
Mayor Metz?
Yes. Motion passes. The next item of business is deliberate and act on Resolution 2014-27, Budget Adjustment Number 1. You should have a corrected copy in front of you.
Yes, Mayor, you do have it corrected. I apologize for that, my mistake. Everything does balance.
I make a motion that we accept Resolution 2014-27, Budget Adjustment Number 1.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2014-27, Budget Adjustment for fiscal year ending 15, Budget Adjustment Number 1. We have a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Chavez?
Yes.
Commissioner Finelli?
Yes.
Commissioner Giacomo?
Yes.
Mayor Metz?
Yes. City Manager's Report. Mr. McGowan?
Mayor, Commissioners, thank you. Under board appointments, we do not have any tonight, but appreciate all the volunteers that serve on our various advisory boards and committees, and we still need citizens to serve on the airport, ETZ, lodgers, and the Parks and Recreation. And again, thank you for everyone that does serve. Next item, Schuler Cornerstone 100th Anniversary Commemoration. The ceremony will be at the Schuler Theater on Wednesday, August the 20th at 6 p.m. The U.S. Air Force Ensemble Band will perform. There will be refreshments served after the concert at the Castile Performing Arts Center. And I told you, Plan B on the Cornerstone will be a plaque that they will have displayed. Also, you have before you, I'd received it late, handout on that, been notified the title services on August the 22nd from 3 to 6 p.m. will have their 50th anniversary in business. Congratulations to the Harrises, and everyone is invited to attend that. Please excuse me. Next item, Mayor Commissioners, as I sit Infrastructure Capital Improvement Plan. You have a handout from last year's. We're in the process of updating and completing our plan for the next year's legislative session. Mr. Phillips is working on this with Mr. Campbell, Mr. Berry, and all of our departments are involved. We will again have water, solid waste, and the street infrastructure will be our top three. Any input, please contact me or Mr. Phillips. This will be presented at our August 25th meeting because we have to get it in at our August 25th, 12 p.m. meeting. And to help the other organizations, we have in our plan in there about some of our buildings and everything that we have in there. But we will continue to have that in there, but we're going to specify like senior citizens, our welcome center, our convention center. We're going to name some of them because one of the things it does, it helps them as they put in for theirs that we have them listed particularly. So I did want you to know that we will be doing that also. Next item, Commission, is our audit. White, Samaniego, and Campbell. That firm will be here the last 2 weeks of September and the first week of October to conduct our annual audit. And Ms. Michael Ann and everyone has worked very diligent over this last year and are working very diligent right now to have everything ready for them when they come. Ms. Michael Ann and I were hoping tonight on the aging and long-term care agreement. We were anticipating the agreement would have been approved, but I guess they're having some of their meetings or getting ready for their conference. We were told that they were going to approve it, but we don't have it yet. Hopefully we will have it at our 25th meeting. Our street projects, briefly, 2 immediate projects is First Street. Mr. Campbell is compiling and designing the needs of the water department along with Mr. Berry. Mr. Berry is also designing our, putting out for bid the Park Street drainage that we have been discussing for a year. I'm also pleased to announce tonight and inform you that we did receive an award from the DOT in the amount of $64,624. $48,468 will be the state, $16,156 will be ours, the local. We will have a resolution after it's all put together for our August 25th meeting to comply within the time limit and to get it into them, but we'll have it for you at that meeting. Next item, Mayor, Commissioners, recognition, appreciation, and information. I'd like to thank everyone who has been helping during the rain and everything, and the weeds growing to clean up the vacant lots, the streets, and the alleys. Special thank you to Mrs. Hallmark and her neighbors for cleaning up the vacant lot that is next to them, and Mr. Richard Rebelio for using his tractor and blade for cleaning out some of the mud that came down on the streets. So thank all of them. I'd also commend our departments and our managers and department heads of each department, the water, RPS, fire, police, solid waste, public works, Ms. Michael Ann and all of hers for all of their dedication and what they've been doing and all that they have done for me. I am pleased to announce tonight that Ms. Michael Ann has started our cross-training that we have wanted to establish. Ms. Tricia here is learning the accounts payable. Thank you to you, Ms. Tricia and Ms. Chris, for their major role in this ordeal, and Ms. Desiree for picking up the slack while Ms. Tricia is receiving the training. I want to thank all of them. The accounts payable and payroll I've discussed with you over the year about this needs to be accomplished so that the office can function at a high degree when someone is out. And again, thank you for all of you that are putting this work together. One last thing, school will soon be starting. Mr. Behill and his crew are in the process of painting the school crosswalks. Everyone, please be safety conscious. All I have, Mayor, I believe Commissioner Finelli would like to address the commission.
Thank you, Mr. McGowan. Mayor, Commissioners, Chavez, Giacomo, Mr. Berry, due to scheduling conflicts with my work, I have not been able to attend meetings, so I regret that I'm going to step down.
And this will be August
This will-
27th.
Yeah.
He will attend the next meeting. And Mr. Finelli, Commissioner, we realize the situation that you're in, and as a commission, and I'm sure everyone here, the city manager, thank you for all of your support. I should tell everyone, even though Commissioner Finelli had to miss meetings, his time off and all, he would come in to see me. He would also call, and I could also call him. And so he did stay well aware of the things that were happening within this city, even though he was unable to attend. Thank you again, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. McGowan.
All right, thank you for all of your work. Is there any other business to come before the commission? Hearing none, meeting adjourned.